Hey, what is going on, you guys? It is Rasali here, and today I have some amazing news in terms of the Call of Duty Zombies storyline. Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, World at War, all the storyline. I have some epic news, and this is, in fact, of the Zombies bonus map, The Giant. I'm going to be explaining to you guys what The Giant is and how it is going to greatly impact the exact zombie storyline. So make sure you guys sit down, get comfortable, grab yourself a snack, drop a like on the video, and let's go ahead and jump into this. So as you guys know, at the Comic-Con reveal on the 9th of July, they revealed Shadows of Evil, but they also revealed The Giant. Now, The Giant was a brand new map that we all knew was going to be coming, but if you were at Comic-Con, you did get to see an exclusive cutscene. Now, basically, this cutscene showed so much information on the storyline that I will be explaining later, but as you guys might or may not know, The Giant is actually Der Riese in German. In German, The Giant means Der Riese. Now, this has more of a meaning. This actually is a revamp of Der Riese, but that's not all it is. They didn't just call it The Giant because it was Der Riese in German. They didn't just make the new map and make it happen again just so we could play it in HD. No, this has a bunch more background to it. There's a lot more story coming into this map, Easter eggs, everything like that, that is really going to impact the zombie storyline, and I'm going to be explaining y'all that. The first thing that I want to state is that The Giant actually takes place before Der Riese actually happens. The Giant is basically a revamp of Der Riese. It is basically redoing what happened in Der Riese, because as you guys know, Der Riese was The Giant. The events that we knew that happened in Der Riese of RICHTOPHEN destroying everything, destroying Maxis and all that, that was The Giant. And I'm going to be explaining to y'all that basically The Giant storyline is basically going to be revamping what we all knew about Der Riese on how RICHTOPHEN took over. This basically gets revamped and redestroyed and basically resets the entire zombie storyline. Now, The Giant actually starts off when Maxis and Samantha are stuck in a teleporter with the Hellhound that RICHTOPHEN locked them in there, and then RICHTOPHEN teleports them away and evilly laughs. You can actually find exactly where this cutscene starts in an audio clip on Der Riese, and at the end of this audio clip is actually where The Giant cutscene starts. I will put the audio clip at the end so that you guys can kind of understand more what was going on. Now, something interesting, as soon as Maxis and Samantha are teleported out by RICHTOPHEN, time stops. As you see in the clock in Der Riese, has always showing the same 3 seconds, and here the clock stops, which means that time has come to a complete standstill, which is pretty cool. And now at this point, Dempsey, Nikolai, and Takio are teleported from Origins into this exact point in time in The Giant. Now, keep this in mind, that these are the Origins characters. These are not the standard characters that we all know from World at War. These are the Origins, Nikolai, Takio, and Dempsey. All the 3 characters are pointing weapons at RICHTOPHEN saying, "This ain't funny, Doc, and listen to what we say. Stop doing what you're doing." And RICHTOPHEN, in a very weird kind of voice, says, "Do you know who I am?" And they say, "Yes, that's why you better do exactly what we say." The next of this is basically them just playing a lot of mind games, because they know that RICHTOPHEN is not going to listen to what they say, but they basically need to drill it into his head what they want and what they need because of what happens next. So basically what happens next is Nikolai and Takio and Dempsey are all telling him all these things they know that he's going to ignore, but they need to get it into his head. For example, Takio tells him that he needs to reveal the test subjects. Now, I'm assuming when he says test subjects, he's referring to the older versions, the World of War versions of Takio, Dempsey, and Nikolai, because he's telling them to reveal the test subjects, which you know he's not going to do, but he just needs to get this into his head. Dempsey basically goes up to RICHTOPHEN and he says, "Rick, whatever you're thinking of doing, don't do it." Nikolai says, "You do not want to see what is on the other side of that door." And Takio says, "You cannot begin to believe the greater evil that you will unleash." So as I mentioned earlier, when RICHTOPHEN activated this machine, it basically is repeating the same 3 seconds over and over. And the Origins characters were brought into this exact second by Samantha from Origins when she says, "My dad has a plan." Samantha sends these characters to Der Riese, and they have a reason to be there. The reason is they need to change time as it happened, and they know that RICHTOPHEN needs to die at Der Riese. To do this, they need him to come back with a different mindset. That mindset being not to ignore the other characters' wishes, but the mindset needs to be to fulfill their wishes and not activate what's on the other side of that door. So what we see is the evil RICHTOPHEN, which is the old one from World at War, activates the machine, this teleporter turns around, and what we see is a figure walks out. This is actually the Origins RICHTOPHEN, so we have like a paradox going on where the Origins RICHTOPHEN and the evil RICHTOPHEN are looking at each other face to face to evil RICHTOPHEN see the younger version of himself. And what happens is the Origins RICHTOPHEN shoots the World at War RICHTOPHEN Richtofen in the face and kills him. The Origins Richtofen, and that's the end of the old Richtofen. So old Richtofen is now dead, and now time can be reset and rewritten. So everything from Deriz up until Moon won't happen and doesn't happen because the evil Richtofen doesn't exist. So all the events from Shino Numa up until Moon haven't happened and they won't happen. So basically it gives the crew a second chance and a way to fix things and make them right. So the timeline from Deriz starts over, but this time will be different from what we have already played and gives us another chance. So Treyarch could literally take this into any direction they want. We could go to any places we want, anywhere that they think of. This could literally just change the entire zombie storyline as we know it, guys. So guys, I am so pumped to see what happens in the Giant and in Deriz and everything they pull out with this storyline. And what I've heard, I don't know if this is true, but the Shadows of Evil trailer and the Giant trailer are going to like mix, and at one point in the maps, they're going to like meet up and they're going to like play together. So like Takio will meet that boxer dude, and like Dempsey and the boxer dude will be like friends and they'll like help each other. And then I've also heard that the Shadows of Evil is connected in somewhat with Mob of the Dead, where they happen at like the same time, and Mob of the Dead and Shadows of Evil are like the same area. I don't know, you guys. There's so many questions that are unanswered and so many things that Treyarch could do with this. But again, I'm going to put on the screen right now the audio clip that will basically tell y'all from the beginning of the audio clip to the end of the audio clip. Right as the audio clip ends is when this trailer begins, just to give you guys an idea of what is going on and where they're actually at when this trailer begins. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please help me out and drop a like on the video. It would be awesome if we could hit 30 likes on this video, guys. It took me a long time to research all this, figure all this stuff out. So make sure you drop a like, tell your friends about the channel, and please help me get to 30 likes, you guys. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you guys like zombies, you're already in the right place, because I will be having more zombies news, zombies Easter eggs, zombies, everything on this channel for Black Ops 3. Make sure you are here, nowhere else but here. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time. Adios. Enjoy the clip.
Initiating test number 6. Subject is within test chamber. Activate power. Damn it, Edward! Did you set up the device correctly?
Yes, Doctor. As per your specifications.
If you had done it to my specifications, then it would have worked, wouldn't it? As usual, your incompetence has...
What? Do you hear that, Doctor?
Quiet, you fool! Test number 6 is a failure, but the experiment has caused some kind of electrical force energized within the chamber. Well, open the door!
Doctor, I don't think...
Open the door, now!
What are you doing with Flossie?
Damn it, Samantha, I told you never to come in here. Edward, get her out of here.
Yes, Doctor.
What's wrong with her? Daddy, what did you do? Flossie!
Come back here, Samantha! Stop her! Easy. Come here, Samantha. Good girl, Flossie. Gently, Samantha. That's not Flossie anymore. We must get out of here. What? Edward, what are you doing? Open the door! Edward, open this door now!
I'm scared.
Don't go. Stay by me, Samantha.
Goodbye, Dr. Maxis.